What is going on, everyone? We are back with another music reaction. I'm Depraved.
I'm Hellcat.
And together we are...
HellaDepraved.
And we're...
Here.
We're here.
We're here.
Really late on this.
Yeah, been really wanting to hear it. Just, you know, sometimes life has other ideas. Yeah.
Right. But this is about Bianca Devins, who was killed by somebody, an acquaintance.
Right.
Who then posted pictures of her.
School kids. They were like
online.
Teenagers. Yeah. Yeah. And it led to the legislation of probably restricted images and yeah.
Oh, it's definitely not restricted images. I mean, if you've seen some of the stuff I've seen going on Twitter now.
I mean, social media platforms, though. I mean, it's probably why Facebook tells you that, you know, your content isn't approved. Although their bots don't do a very good job of figuring out what. Yeah.
Super excited for this though because it's Skynd. So without further conversation,
been following her concert pics too. By the way, stunning.
I mean, her non-US concert.
I know, stunning.
Puffed.
But yes, puffed.
All right, let's get it, Bianca Devins. You have to find somebody else to what? I followed along until that word.
Something with.
To fuck with?
That's what I want to place in there. Are you looking up the lyrics?
I am.
Probably a good idea. I mean, I love Amanda's voice, and I do love how they do the distortion to signify, like, the dark thoughts. But on the flip side, it occasionally makes it kind of hard to interpret the first time.
Oh, you're going to have to find somebody else to orbit.
Oh, okay. All right.
Circle, not gum.
I mean...
I follow you. Follow the crowd. Yes, I will follow you. Follow you everywhere. I want it more. You caused me pain. My obsession for you is driving me insane.
Uh-oh.
All I wanted was to be close to you. So say yes, Juliet. I will follow you too.
So, was she social media popular and he was a stalker kind of
I'm guessing.
thing? Yeah, okay. That's tragic. It happens more often than it should, but...
I believe Yes Juliet is the username of the person stalking her.
Okay.
If I had to guess.
Okay.
I don't know much about this case.
Yeah, me neither.
So
I wonder if that Yes Juliet's based off of the Taylor Swift song. Anyway.
But yeah, so that entire verse, I will follow you, follow the gram, Instagram. Yes, I'll follow you everywhere. I wanted more, you caused me pain. My obsession for you is driving me insane. All I wanted was to be close to you.
Yeah, okay, I got all of that. It wasn't as distorted as the first little bit.
Right.
Okay. I do like that they're adding in, like, the anime.
I'm wondering if they didn't do a bunch of pictures of themselves that were filtered as anime characters.
Or
and stuff.
maybe she was a gamer girl online. Either way. Okay.
Oh, we're about to get more information.
Oh, okay.
More information. Reading ahead.
We always do.
She was supposed to come home early morning hours, tiptoe through the living room. She would fall asleep next to anime and pink clouds. July 14th, 2019.
6 a.m. Paradise dark hair, black top throat cut, face splattered with blood. My neck hurts.
I love her voice in this. I love the eyes on top of her eyelids too, to make them the big sort of anime look.
Right.
What were you giggling at?
I don't. I hate that I don't know more about this.
Okay.
Because I'm sure there's a lot of references to what
I'm sure.
all had happened, and I'm not picking up on them just because I don't know anything about this case. I'd never even heard of the name Bianca Devins
Before this.
before this.
Okay, so what?
She was supposed to come home early morning hours, tiptoe through the living room. She would fall asleep next to Anime and Pink Clouds, July 14th, 2019. 6:03 a.m., cat eyes, dark hair, black top, throat cut, face splattered with blood.
Right.
My neck hurts. That's lyrics, not me.
Right. Although, accurate.
Here comes hell, it's redemption, right? May you never forget me, sorry fuckers. You're gonna have to find somebody else to orbit. Here comes hell, it's redemption, right? May you never forget me. This is your life, and it's ending 1 minute at a time. I'm sorry.
Okay. Okay. All right. All right. So, this guy's a peach, is basically. I do like that this one was named after the victim, though.
Aren't they all?
That's also true.
I wonder. I'd have to look into it. Is it a possibility that, like, he used her phone to take pictures of her and post them to Instagram?
Possible.
And with captions like "My neck hurts" or something like
Right.
that. I'm guessing. If I had to use context clues, right?
Right. Either that or she wasn't cut far enough that it prevented her from saying that.
I don't think she'd post that herself.
I meant in terms of, like, not pictures, but, like, shorts, video. Yeah.
BEGTFOESCTY. Hello Kitty, girl next door. Switchblades, pretty eyes. Nude body shot.
150.
Buy your scams for money or
Oxy.
short skirts and Converse. Grew up on the internet. Virgo, Venus, Tino. Darkness.
She was supposed to come home early morning hours. Tiptoe through the living room. She would fall asleep next to Anime and Pink Clouds. July 14th, 2019.
6:03 a.m.
You are nothing.
Paradise, dark hair.
I was cheating on you.
Black top, throat cut.
I can't replace you with a fucking
Face splattered with blood.
I used you.
Her voice is stunning.
Some people save the image and continue to post them.
Yeah, I wish I knew more about this case. Sonically, that sounded amazing. And I really love the range and octaves that they're introducing to the music.
Right.
Because she sounds fantastic.
Here's with a long black screen. All right. The next verse was BEEGTFO, which I understand get the fuck out.
Right.
I don't know what BEE is. ESCTY? Don't know.
Yeah, I'm not awake enough to do acronyms.
Hello Kitty, Girl Next Door, Switchblades, Pretty Eyes, Nude Body, Shot 150, Buy a Sketch for Money, or Oxy.
So he was charging for the photos. And what kind of photos? I'm guessing Hello Kitty and sort of the Girl Next Door image are in reference to her.
Right.
Screen names and everything. Yeah.
Short skirts and Converse, grew up on the internet, Virgo, Venus, teen of darkness.
Okay.
And then it just goes into all the stuff that had been done before. Now, let me look this up real quick. The whole Wikipedia page on it.
I like that they're doing more obscure things that still have pretty significant relevance to laws passing or whatnot today. I do like learning about new things.
Police reports stated that Devins and Clark was the guy that murdered her, were in an intimate relationship, although the two perceived the relationship differently. Devins' sister called Clark a close family friend, though Devins said in a chat log that she did not remember his name and had to search it up in their Discord chat history before meeting, whereas others feared he was exploitative. The murder allegedly took place after Clark witnessed Devins kissing another man. Devins' murder received considerable attention from the press and social media. This goes to show how much I pay attention to things.
Right.
Initial reports, unless there's a forensics files case on it, I wouldn't know.
Me neither. Do not follow that kind of stuff.
Or a huge Netflix special.
Yeah, those are good too.
Those are really good.
Those are really good. Okay.
Now watch somebody like, there is. It's called this. It's like, shit, that's one I didn't watch.
Before we got rid of Netflix, right.
Devins' murder received considerable attention from the press and social media. Initial reports, which is sad because I really miss watching that one that we used to always go to sleep to.
I know.
For what's his face from Cali?
There's a whole the Richard Ramirez
one.
Ramirez. The Night Stalker.
The Night Stalker one.
That was actually a really good one. Yeah.
It's also really good at putting me to sleep. Not that it's boring by any means.
Right, but I like listening to Gil. Gilbert was the detective's name. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry. Photos of Devin's corpse were taken by Clark and shared widely online, sparking both mockery and sympathy. Social media companies' responses were subject to criticism, leading to the introduction of legislation. Commentators have discussed the unique nature of the crime and its relation to the structure of social media. It looks like she struggled with mental illness. She had dealt with online harassment by people for 2 years.
Oh. That's not good. Such a waste of time, guys. Go find something better to do.
The guy who killed her watched his father hold his mother at knife point for several hours.
So violence was what he learned.
Right. They met on Instagram in 2019. He started following her on the social media platform. Devins had told her mother that she explained to Clark that she did not want to date him, though Devins' mother thought that he still wanted more. One of Devins' sisters called Clark a trusted family friend, but a friend of Devins feared that Clark was exploiting Devins sexually while the two were high. Clark would supply drugs to Devins to entice her to spend time with him.
Right.
July 13th, 2019, Devins, Clark, and a mutual friend named Alex attended a performance by Canadian singer Nicole Dollinger. Dollenganger? I don't know. In New York. Following the show, Clark and Devins returned to Utica. The two engaged in an argument, likely regarding a kiss between Devins and Alex.
That sounded like what was going on at the end there.
Eventually, Clark began assaulting her, slicing her neck with a long knife that he had hidden by his seat. Devins died in the early morning hours of July 14th. Her body, nearly decapitated, was left in the car. As Clark built a bonfire and listened to the song Test Drive by Joji.
Right.
After the death, Clark called numerous family members. His call resembled a suicide note, prompting his family to call 911. He posted photographs of Devins' body to a Discord server, accompanied by the caption, "Sorry fuckers, you're going to have to find somebody else to orbit."
Right.
Orbiting is the act of following a person online, requesting pictures from other users, and in some cases, stalking. Things are making more sense. A video of the murder was also created. By 7 a.m., Discord users had notified the police, who received numerous calls, including one from Clark, and made contact with Devins' family. In the call, to the dispatcher, Clark said, "My name is Brandon. The victim is Bianca Michelle Devins. I'm not going to stay on the phone for long because I still need to do the suicide part of this murder-suicide."
Which apparently he
Failed.
Right.
Upon the arrival of law enforcement, Clark stabbed himself in the neck. He lay across a green tarp concealing Devins' body and posted more photos online. A suicide note and message were found, the latter reading, "May you never forget me." The next day, police confirmed that the victim was Devins and charged Clark with second-degree murder.
Second degree? I mean...
It sounded like that was all planned to me.
Look, he had a concealed knife in his car that he just happened to pull out. I mean, like, okay, so they got in an argument and it was an impulsive reaction. That could be second degree, except for, then you've got prosecutors and lawmakers that argue that all it takes is 5 seconds or the second stab to make it premeditated, because that's when you choose. I don't know. Anyway, keep going. Sorry if this is boring for anybody else.
We're learning.
We're learning, yeah.
We're learning, and we're hoping we're helping you guys out as well. The images of Devins' corpse became widely shared on social media such as Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. They gained traction on the website 4chan with hundreds of posts praising Clark for committing another 4chan murder. Rip Bianca briefly tweeted on Twitter. Accounts promised to post images of Devins' murder in exchange for likes and follows, and illegitimate fundraising websites sprang up to capitalize on her name and death. The initial online discussion of the murder was marred by misinformation, and rumors were spread by users. Tweets from prominent Twitter users, one of which has shared over 16,000 times, falsely identified Clark as an incel. Speculation on...
I mean, it doesn't sound too far off, but
Speculation on the crime's nature was rampant. Users on Twitter, YouTube, and Reddit examined Devins' history and sought to explain the murder. The pink clouds thing...
That's just her room.
It said pink clouds for Bianca was used to share photos and original artwork of pink clouds to combat the spread of images containing Devins' corpse.
Okay.
Instagram and Facebook removed Clark's account and attempted to stop the photo spread. Facebook added images of the murder to a digital fingerprint database and blacklisted the hashtag YesJuliet. The Discord server that Clark utilized was shut down. Users who attempted to report the photo on Instagram found that they were not considered violations of community guidelines. Instagram's response was met with criticism.
Of course.
It was reported that some images stayed on Instagram for as long as 4 days. Devins' mother claims that by September the images could still be found on Facebook. Prosecutors in the trial said that the images could still be found months later. Devins' sister reported that nearly 2 years later the photos were still being sent to her.
Guys, people are fucking sick. Like, stop it. Everyone gets so, like...
Devins had 2,000 followers prior to her death. By July 15th, her follower count had risen by 75,000. Initial reports of her murder overstated her online popularity based on the postmodern number of followers. Oversaturated, I think, is what it... No, it was overstated.
Okay.
It's an extremely fucked up situation.
It is. I mean, people get so, like, hypocritically self-righteous when they're talking about, oh, I would never murder somebody. But, you know, you're exploiting the person, too, just by sharing the photos. Like, people are morbid by nature. Like, we just are. We're curious. We're morbid. But... You know, you gotta think on the flip side, like, why are you sending pictures to the sister years later? Like, what kind of person thinks that that's fun? That's a sick joke.
Right.
Anyway.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. They went on to... He got sentenced.
Good.
It did say one of the parts that I laughed at, or not laughed, but read that was interesting. Clark's actions following Devins' death have been interpreted as a demonstration of control, including by her mother. Director of Criminology Allison Margansky said that Clark's behavior fit the profile of other violent male offenders and speculated that he felt emasculated and wanted to show his strength.
Exactly. Look what I did. It's the Saturday night.
Look what I can do.
Look what I can do.
All right, Stuart.
Right.
Stuart.
I mean, but that's about the mentality of, like, this is my toy and I refuse to share it.
It's not even a sharing thing. It's a delusion of thinking you're more than what you are.
Right.
To somebody.
Your friend zone, dude.
Like...
She doesn't like you like that.
She will use you like that for the drugs you're supplying.
But he's using her.
But you're using her.
Like, it's tit for tat, y'all. Come on now.
Well, I don't know. I wouldn't say he's using her, though.
Well, it sounded like...
And this isn't me trying to make any side sound any worse than the other. But she absolutely wanted the drugs and was willing to hang out with you if she was going to get those drugs, right?
And he absolutely knew that.
He knew that. But he wanted more that she wasn't willing to give him.
Right.
You got friend zoned. Move the fuck on.
Right.
Not a hard concept, people.
Take your drugs somewhere else. It's okay. It's okay.
I
don't know. There's no excuse though, because honestly that is a little mantram right there though. That's he saw her kissing Santa Claus, he thought, and refused to share his toy because she's an object. Yep. It's an ownership thing. It's not a humanity thing. All right. I actually, sonically, I really liked this. Again, I feel like each song, they're promoting Amanda's real voice more, and they're also pushing sort of like the boundaries in terms of different octaves, and I don't know. It's just they're evolving.
Right.
And I think it's great. And her outfits are stunning. And having somebody come in and, do anime style stuff across the board, that's super cool. That makes for a really nice music video. And it also goes along with the theme.
Right.
And don't stare at dead people's photos online.
It's a little weird.
Yeah.
All right, guys. If you liked the video, smash the like button. If you didn't, we don't care. We just hope we made your day a little bit better. We love you. We'll see you next time.
Ta-ta.
Peace.